The term everyday carry is synonymous with owning a dope pocket knife equipped with premium blade steel, durable materials, and reliable action to keep you ready for anything for years to come. What's not often said is that 90% of the time, anything really means opening packages from Amazon. Purpose goes out the window, and to go get an EDC loadout means to go find the shiniest knife you can afford and come back so you can show off to your buddies. Coming off the heels of Blade Show Texas, where everyone was showing off their latest and greatest knives this year, the hype was real and the wallets were crying. So with Purpose as my guiding light, I'm going to attempt to put together a no knife EDC, one that challenges the hype to truly see whether or not knives are a necessity. Can I do it? Only one way to find out. What's up, y'all? Ron Kwok here, and welcome back to the channel. No knife EDC, this is gonna be a tough one. Although I cover all sorts of gear here on the channel, I realize that I've come into ownership of more knives than I've ever had in the last 6 months alone, culminating in my attendance at Blade Show for the first time and meeting a whole horde of super friendly people who are passionate about knives. If I'm gonna pull this off successfully, we gotta live with purpose, which means we custom tailor our loadouts to suit our needs, no more and no less. So, starting with our purpose, our why, we're gonna be building this loadout around the tech commuter and their daily essentials. As such, I bought a one-way ticket into the Apple ecosystem, and my first items are the iPhone 14 Pro, the AirPods Pro, and the Apple Watch Series 8. As a creator, these things just work too seamlessly together to help me plan, edit, and produce content for y'all to enjoy. I protected my pieces with accessories from the team of sassy robots over at D-Brand, decking my gear out with durable and aesthetic vinyl skins and the grippy grip case. There's always a debate on whether tech deserves a spot in everyday carry, but I'm gonna squash that debate right now. This thing here is the ultimate multi-tool. I can do a million things with it, and it's absolutely indispensable as a part of my workflow. Before we rule them out completely, let's talk about the benefits of knife carry. First and foremost, a knife brings you utility. I'm talking general utility like cutting things, opening things, peeling back things, and breaking things down, but there's also specialized utility. If you take one look at your purpose and you come back and you tell me that you need a knife as a part of your daily job, as a means to put bread on the table, a roof over your head, say no more, knife carry is for you, conversation over. Another benefit is you being able to geek out with your friendly neighborhood knife enthusiasts. Endless banter revolving around knife selection, steel, action, material, alternatives, use cases, collections, all that good stuff. It's gonna be a good time no matter how you slice it. And finally, knives are just useful in a pinch. I'm talking emergencies, self-defense if the situation calls for it, confidence in your pockets. All of these points have intrinsic value when a knife is within arm's reach. The next item in the tech commuter lineup, you gotta have keys. I've always been a supporter of key organization, and whether or not you have a knife in your pockets, streamlining your key carry has always been a priority for me. Enter the Active Key Organizer, or KO, from Orbit Key. Taking something as mundane as a bunch of jingly-jangly keys attached to a boring key ring has been Orbit Key's bread and butter for the past decade. The result? A spiffy new round of active KOs with waterproof, dustproof TPU polymer, bright colors, blacked out PVD coated hardware at half the price of their standard goods. Want to go premium? They just released a new set of seasonals featuring a rich pebbled leather for all you bougie folks. Every KO silences your keys, organizes them in a stack, and provides quick access to your lockables and oversized car fobs all the same. They also fixed that annoying key ring. Take a look at their ring version 2. It can even accommodate an Orbit Key designed multi-tool that'll get rid of those pesky Amazon packages, no knife needed. I know y'all are dying to learn more, so affiliate links are down below. Use code PURPOSE to save 10% off your order when you decide to make the right choice. And huge shout out to Orbit Key for supporting this channel and for sponsoring this portion of the video. Now that we've talked about the good stuff, let's talk about the drawbacks of knife carry. First off, knife carry can be off-putting. Let me paint you a picture. It's bright and early, you're at a coffee shop and you got a toasty bagel in front of you and you want to spread that cream cheesy goodness. You bust out your Chavez Kickstop 229 Red Encion monster of a blade and you go to town because you're cultured like that. Let's just say that half the people in the coffee shop that just witnessed you do that won't be going poo later because of the coffee they drank. All jokes aside, we can all agree that outside of Blade Show and jobs that specifically require a knife, that it's not all that common to see someone bust out a knife to take care of light duty tasks in everyday life. So you can imagine that it might throw some people off. Another drawback of knife carry is that it's sometimes illegal. Depending on your local knife laws, there may be restrictions at play. Here in the states like Utah and Texas, knives, daggers, machetes, katanas, you name it, it's fair game. Here in California, 3-inch folding blade max, 2-inch automatic knife max, and some larger blades are just plain off the table. Just to be sure, make sure you check all your local knife laws before committing to carrying a certain knife. Finally, knife carry could be dangerous if you're not well practiced or your knife is not well maintained. I always say on this channel that choosing and owning the gear is half the battle, but you have to constantly be practicing to hone the skill to handle that thing properly and skillfully, and you also have to keep up with knife maintenance so the thing doesn't go dull on you and you can make sure that the equipment will keep up with you on the day-to-day. All of this spells bad news for the average Joe who might not know what they're getting themselves into when first diving into the realm of everyday carry knives. Now, no daily essentials kit is complete without a wallet. Now, I've showed this one off a few times during my live streams. I know, I'm doing weekly, public, and members only live streams. Can you believe it? Nuts. But this is the most minimal wallet I've come across so far, the Reform Carry card holder. It's a no-fuss folder that's made of a Hypalon-like material that's waterproof, 10 times more durable than leather, barely larger than the size of a credit card. It holds 8 cards and has a sweet magnetic clasp that's oh so fidgety. It looks like lots of design and iterations have gone into this minimal wallet, and for all you true minimalists out there with your cash carry, this thing is a treat. Alright y'all, here is the wild card. If my purpose revolves around getting from point A to point B and solving light duty tasks that a person in the tech industry might encounter, like opening Amazon packages, what bladeless tools can I pack with me to help me get the job done? First option is a pry bar, typically a solid piece of titanium or other steel with various amenities carved into it. We're talking bottle opener, hex bit driver, a karambit hole, and a slotted edge that's perfect for prying, but also to pierce through that pesky packaging tape separating you from your online ordered goods. The Orbit Key multi-tool. It's integrated right into your keys, freeing up some precious real estate in your pockets, and it's smartly designed with a few key features to get you through the day. Packing tape, beware. Hybrid tools like the Big Idea Designs TPT slide. It can house a utility blade, but comes stocked with a dull plate that can pry and pierce tape. Handy in a pinch and can be upgraded to a sharp utility blade for you to use and then dispose of. If all else fails, just use your keys or a pen, shove it into that seam in your box, and it'll shred that tape up, and it's gonna suck, but it'll get the job done. Now that you've seen the loadout, you've heard the pros and cons, and you see the options laid out before you, what's your take? Are you team sharp or team dull? Me personally, I'm not that minimal, and I have adequate room in my pockets for a sweet little pocket knife that'll make quick work of that packaging tape and will push all of my aesthetically needy buttons. Let me know what your tool of choice is, knife or not, in the comments. Big shout out to each and every one of my supporters who have up and joined and become a member of the Purpose crew. Special thanks to my enthusiast tier members Ian Coates, Gear Related, Luke EDC, Baus, Nicole Doucette, Bubbles, I Am the OB, and Chris Valadez of House of Blades. You guys are legendary, and I couldn't be doing what I'm doing without you guys, so I'm grateful. Thank you so much. If y'all enjoy exclusive perks like early access to videos just like this one, and members only live streams with yours truly, consider joining. You'd be supporting the channel, and you're allowing me to do what I'm passionate about. If you missed my coverage of Blade Show Texas, you can join me on those adventures right over here. Until next time, live with purpose. Peace.